Hi and welcome back. Today is my final video in my little series that I'm going to be doing here on my channel called Shop My Stash to update my makeup bag. Well, my everyday makeup bag. So I have my little Merit bag here, and this is going to be an ongoing thing on my channel. I have now decided that each month I will do a Shop My Stash to make an everyday makeup bag so I get the most use out of all of my products as I can. Each makeup bag will have a variety of looks. I'm gonna pick some makeup to create a variety of looks. That's what I mean. So yeah, this is my October rendition, and at the end I'm gonna give my final thoughts on some of the makeup that I chose, whether I developed a relationship with them, whether they performed in the way that I wanted them to, should I get rid of them, etc. So let's get into it. You see that? Look at that. Look at that sweet little baby. Oh, okay, my face is nice and moisturized, prepped. I have my eyebrows done with my Nyx Brow Glue. And I'm going to be going in, because I feel like in the past month my skin has lightened. It is October, even though if you live on the West Coast right now, this fall has been strange. It's been like 90 degrees and 60 degrees in like the same week. So I feel like my health is feeling a little off because of that. And also, ooh, that still might be a little light, but we'll just do a little dibby dab. My health has been feeling a little off, and also the air quality. I saw an article yesterday in Portland, Oregon. The air quality is ranked 4th worst in the world currently because of the fires. And that's not cool. I have asthma. I've been feeling not good. Yeah, it's been really rough. When I lived on the East Coast, it was something that I cared about. Like, if you know me personally, or just like fun facts in general, I am originally from the East Coast. I was born in Pennsylvania, grew up in the state of New York. I have family in both states. So I'm very much like an East Coast girl. And the effects of global warming, I don't want to say they're not as noticeable, but we don't have fires there the way there are here. And that's something that I had to get used to when I first moved out here. When I first moved out here, I temporarily lived, well, it wasn't really temporary, it was about a year. I lived like the Seattle area, and I moved to Portland for graduate school about a year later. And that was in 2018. So I've been living in Portland since mid-2018. Side note, back to makeup and not just me rambling. I don't hate this as much as I used to. Still don't know if I'm going to repurchase it. I'm still deciding, but I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this product. I've had it in my collection for quite some time, and I have been pretty neutral in my feelings with it. Like, not terrible, but I'm also like not obsessed with it. But with it being the only product that I've been using the past month, like base wise, I've been pretty fond of it. So with global warming, on the East Coast, I don't want to say it's not as prevalent, but it's not as noticeable. I don't really know how to I don't know how to word it, but out here you're a lot more aware. I guess I'll just say, because things like droughts and fires are happening, and it's just not anything. Even though I've lived here almost 5 years, I'm still not used to it. Like, I'm still not used to it, and it's still really sad for me. Like, when I see this, I'm just like, why can't I breathe? Why do I feel like shit? And it's literally because there's smoke in the air, and I don't think that that's an issue that's just going to go away anytime soon, unfortunately, if we do not change the way we're living and our practices in life. I'm not gonna make this whole video about me talking about global warming and its effects on the environment and people's health, its effects on people's health, but it is it's a thing that I feel a lot more prevalent out here. And I'm like almost 5 years deep into living out here, and I'm still not used to it. And that's good. Like, it's not something that anybody should get used to. Like, we should all be very aware. I quickly want to touch on my updated feelings on the Radiant Creamy Concealer by Nars. It's almost empty, and I use it kind of sparingly now because it is, I feel like, on the point of expiring. So yeah, I think I'm gonna toss it after this. I think I'll probably use it a couple of more times, but I think I'm gonna toss it. I have been using off camera the Nudestix concealer pencil. I have this in the shade Light 3. I think this is really creamy. It's really beautiful. I actually wore this, I'll put a little bit on. I wore this yesterday with just a little bit of like moisturizer and some blush, and it looked really nice. It's, you know, everything you would think it would be, but just a little bit creamier. The creaminess is actually pleasantly surprising. I find that this blends out nicely with a finger, a brush, a sponge. I don't think it's really talked about all that much for some reason, but if like a crayon concealer is your shtick, if the shtick is your shtick, I hate myself. Why not? Try it. Yeah, if you're into concealers like this, why not? So the bronzer that I have in my makeup bag is the Bondi Beige by Nude, and it has not left me wanting for anything else. If this was the only bronzer in my collection, I would be totally fine. I'm not feeling like there's any sort of like hole missing. Take some on my nose here, because there we go. I would not be missing any of my other bronzers. Yeah, I feel a little bit more connected to this. I really enjoy it. And I'm happy that I chose to use it. But I am excited to start using some other products soon. Blush and highlight. Just to clarify some final thoughts before I use the products I'm going to use in this video. The Kevyn Aucoin, I used this only a couple times. So I'm going to be honest, I didn't wear a lot of makeup this month. I've been kind of just, I don't want to say bumming it, but I just been a little sleepy. I've worn this a few times in the times that I have used makeup, and I'm pretty neutral on it. I'll probably never buy this again once I use it up, but I think that it's a very editorial, it provides an editorial look. It's very moisturizing. It's a cosmetically elegant. And this is the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face. And this is in the shade Solar Quartz. There are a few shades for different skin tones, obviously. But this one is the most transparent, I found. And that's kind of what I was looking for, was like a transparent kind of glassy glass skin, hence the name. This did not mix well with the Nudestix Sweet Cheeks, which is in their Nudies Bloom formula. It's the dewy, super dewy. This is a really beautiful blush. I wore this the other day, actually. And I prefer this with no other highlighter. I think this provides an adequate amount of glow. They seem to compete with each other formula-wise, like putting this down over this, pulled this up, and then when I put this on top of it to add more color that this picked up, then this picked up this, and it was just like they battled. So I feel as though these two work really well together. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint. This sinks more into the skin. It's more of a skin-like finish without being too matte or too dewy. It doesn't compete. So you could do this with a powder highlight, a cream highlight, or crazy glassy Vaseline-like product. I don't dislike this at all, like at all, but I would say to just know that it competes with other dewy products. Their matte formulas not so much, but their dewy blushes do. They do. Witty. She's witty. She's hilarious. Anywho, we're gonna be using a powder highlight today. This is the Nars Fort de France highlight, and what I like to do is I like to take not a highlighting, it's not very dense, but it's malleable, you see? This is a Bobbi Brown brush from something, I don't know, it's ancient, but I like to use powder highlight with this, and what I like to do with powder highlight is not take it down here, but to focus it kind of like on the temple. I feel like it avoids looking too icy or metallic, and it doesn't compete with any dewy skincare or base complexion products. And as you see, this gives a very, it takes the glow that I already have in my skin and just amplifies it a little bit more. Curated this makeup bag for myself. I thought about decluttering this, but I've rekindled my relationship with this and I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to remember why you liked something in the past or why you were intrigued to buy something in the past. This is the Laura Mercier blush in Fresco. I like to drape my blushes, so I start up by the temple and dab. I don't swish, I dab. In the pan it does look glittery, but it's not. It's very, very glowy. And not glowy in a metallic way, but glowy in a way that it just adds a little extra satin sheen and bring whatever's remaining on the brush onto the apples. Because I don't like a lot of blush like right on the apples because my face is a little on the round side. On the nose here too. Perfect. Yeah. It's so easy. See, powders are great too. I really gotta give my powders more love. The Ulta Bouncy eyeshadow in Italian Ice. I used this one the most because it is the easiest, like every day. I haven't had like a lot of like meetings or anything like that to go to for work or anything like that. So this has been my like really nice everyday shade. I used the Maybelline Color Tattoo in High Roller once, and I did not like it the way I remembered liking it before. It does look like it's drying out a little bit. Like it wasn't bad, I feel like it made me look kind of tired. I don't know, like the metallic wasn't what I remembered it being. And maybe it was because I bought this before I bought some of other like bronzy taupe metallic things that are now like some of my favorite products, but I think I might gift this. It's not bad, I don't really see a place for it in my collection anymore. So what I'm going to be using on my eyes today is the Victoria Beckham Lid Lustre in Mink. I didn't give this one as much love as I thought I would, and that's mainly because I didn't really have anywhere to go or like any reason to be doing anything this month. This month has been super boring, but this is super pigmented, so I'm only taking like, look at that teeny tiny little swatch here. I wish my camera would, I have it on autofocus, but it doesn't automatically focus. She's been giving me some issues. Anyways, so I'm just gonna take one little whoop and one little whoop, and that's, mind you, that's from one little itty bitty dab into the product, and then I'm gonna take this brush here. This is a Morphe A23. It's my favorite eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna blend this out so I get a lot of that base pigment spread out, because this shade is incredibly nuanced. So the base pigment is this really beautiful kind of like taupey beige, and the glitter in it is a mixture of like silvers and purples, and it's super oil slick vibe. So I'm gonna take this kind of up a little higher to get that beigey brown all the way up. And you can build this product up as much or as little as you like. So we'll kind of take a moment so you can see how dispersed you can make this product, or how sheer, I guess I should say. I'm gonna take another slightly larger dab onto my finger, and this is how I do most of my eyeshadows that are super nuanced and have that kind of pigment where you can use one eyeshadow to look like you're wearing many. So I just have it kind of a little bit more all over my lids here. And I'm gonna kind of dab it out. Like, not necessarily blend, but kind of make it mushed into the eye a little bit. And then I'm gonna blend out the edges again with this brush, just to disperse and add some depth, but also yeah. Looky there. Wonder if I can get even more. We'll put a little bit more pigment on the center. I love, this is my favorite type of eyeshadow, where you can just use one and it looks like you're wearing like 5 different eyeshadows. I'm gonna lower the light actually. Let's zoom you in. As you see, this is, yeah, just from 2 little swipe applications on the same finger. And I even have, whoop, I guess you can see, still even more that I could add on. Yeah, it's just really, really beautiful. I could keep going and make this look super intense, have like a super oil slick lid, but I'm gonna keep it there for now, just because I'm really happy with how this is looking, and I don't want it to be like, you know, too much. So yeah, I'm really happy with this eyeshadow, and not so much this eyeshadow. Victoria Beckham, super happy with her as well. Yeah, but I do miss some others in my collection. So yeah, we're gonna be saying goodbye to the Maybelline, shall we? Okay, and so update on lips. I did not reach for Swarm by Ritual Defeat at all. I just, you know, didn't really feel like it. I wasn't feeling the vibe of like vampy, dark lip. I did form a relationship with Clinique Black Honey. Yeah, I'm really happy with now having a relationship with this. And that means since the Dior Mahogany, the lip glow in Mahogany, is basically a more nourishing version of this, I'm probably gonna start using my Dior lip glow in Mahogany more alongside this, because they're dupes. They're just, the Dior one is just like a tinted lip balm, so it has some nourishment, where this is just kind of like a gelée pigment. I actually reached for this the most. I thought that it would have been my Merit lip oil in taupe, and I actually haven't. I feel like I wore this once. Yeah, maybe I don't love this as much as I claim to. I don't know. I could wear this with this look today, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to wear lip liner and Charlotte Tilbury. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So this is a very cool tone lip liner. And this is in the shade Nude Beige. I guess I should say what it is. It's the NYX, they're the NYX lip pencils. I love these. I love these. I think they're a super amazing, affordable product. I don't necessarily think that lip liners are something that you should invest a lot of money in. Yeah, I'll die on that hill. I think that there are some really amazing lip liners at the drugstore that are significantly cheaper than even like medium tier brands that, you know, anytime a lip liner is over $10, you should really factor in how much you want that lip liner, and if you have used something that is adequate to what the purpose of a lip liner, like the purpose of a lip liner is to define your lips, overdraw, or provide longevity, or all three. These are extremely affordable, dupe a lot of higher end formulas, colors, like they're just as nuanced and beautiful as any high-end lip liner that I have ever tried. Invest your hard-earned money in any sort of makeup product that it shouldn't be a lip liner. Your lip liner should come from the drugstore down the street. That's just my opinion, and this is coming from someone who owns a bunch of high-end and slash luxury lip liners, but I do own more from the drugstore. NYX, e.l.f. I think there's some from Revlon that I've heard that are really, really good. Yeah, you should, there's no need to buy luxury lip liners. That's with just the lip liner. Yeah, Nude Beige. That's really, really beautiful. I think it complements the cool tones in the eyes and the neutrality of the blush really well. I'm gonna be taking Charlotte Tilbury's Penelope Pink. And this is a very creamy matte formula. It's my favorite type of nude. It's like that pinky brown. And I'm just gonna take this in the center. Not all over the lips, but just in the, up by the Cupid's bow and right in the center here. Yeah, and I have so much of this left. This is the only time I've really used it because I'd been using Black Honey all month. But not to say that I don't love this. I think this lip liner with this color, it goes really, really beautiful. Like, this is very, like, grungy. Oh, I didn't do my mascara. I totally almost forgot to do mascara. This is the Mercier Caviar volume? Yes, Caviar, or is it volume Caviar? Caviar volume. I feel like this is actually on the point of where it's starting to get a little too dry and clumpy. Like, I still get really beautiful, voluminous eyelashes with this formula, but she is aging, and it makes me really sad because I have this feeling in my gut that this is discontinued and this might be my last ever tube of this, which, you know, it happens, I guess. Also, look at the difference in my eyelashes. Isn't that just wild? Yeah, that's really, really beautiful. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. Hold on. Okay, I got both of my lashes done. Wow. Yeah. Thick. Anyways, it makes me a little sad that, you know, she's kind of on her last leg a little bit here because I think this might be the last tube ever that I ever get to have of this mascara. So that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, that is my final look. I have a few days left in October, and by the time this goes up, so these are going to be getting a little bit more use out of me, but I just wanted to wrap up this series so I could continue to love other products in my collection and make more content for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!